Have you ever wondered if the ancients could fly? A question that tickles the imagination and sends us spiraling back into the annals of history. The concept of flight, a dream that humanity has pursued relentlessly, is not a modern fascination. It has roots that reach deep into our ancient past, wrapped in myth and legend and perhaps, just perhaps, a sprinkle of forgotten wisdom. One such tale that bristles with the possibility of ancient flight is the story of Daedalus and Icarus. A tale of ingenuity and tragedy, it has been passed down through generations, whispering of a time when humans might have taken to the skies not in steel birds, but with wings of their own making. Daedalus, a name that echoes through the ages. An architect, an inventor, a sculptor of renown, descended from the royal family of Cecrops, the half-man, half-dragon founder of Athens. Daedalus was a man of intellect and skill, a craftsman whose works were marvels in their time, and his most famous creation, the Labyrinth of Crete, remains a symbol of intricate complexity. His son Icarus shared his father's lineage, and perhaps his thirst for the skies. Together, they found themselves trapped in the very maze Daedalus had built, prisoners of King Minos. Yet, where others might have seen despair, Daedalus saw opportunity. An escape plan began to form, not through the winding corridors of the labyrinth, but above them. The legend tells us of wings built from wicker twigs and cloth held together by wax. A flight from Crete on these makeshift wings, a daring escape that would lead to freedom or to doom. A warning from Daedalus to Icarus to not fly too high or too low. A cautionary tale of the perils of hubris, as Icarus, in his youthful enthusiasm, ignored his father's words, flew too close to the sun, and fell into the sea. But what if there was more to this story, more than a moral lesson, more than a myth? What if, hidden within this tale, there lies a clue, a hint of a time when flight was not just a dream, but a reality? So let's dive into the fascinating tale of Daedalus and Icarus. Daedalus, a respected inventor, and his son Icarus were of royal blood, descendants of the first king of Athens. Born from a lineage of royalty, Daedalus and Icarus were not just ordinary citizens. Daedalus was a direct descendant of Cecrops, the first king of Athens, a man of extraordinary abilities, half human, half serpent. It was Cecrops who introduced the Athenians to reading, writing, and the sacred institution of marriage. The royal blood of Cecrops flowed in the veins of Daedalus, and by extension, in his son Icarus. Daedalus wasn't just royalty, he was a man of many talents. Known far and wide for his skills, he was a revered architect, a gifted inventor, and a master sculptor. His reputation as an extraordinary craftsman was well earned. People marveled at his creations, but it was the Labyrinth of Crete that stood as a testament to his genius. Designed for King Minos, this intricate maze was a marvel of architecture, a puzzle so complex that no one could solve it, a masterpiece that remains as Daedalus's most famous work. However, Daedalus was not just a creator, he was also a teacher. He passed on his knowledge, his skills, and his passion for invention to his son, Icarus. The young boy, eager and intelligent, was a quick study. Under his father's guidance, Icarus learned the secrets of the crafts, and soon began to show promise of becoming a great inventor himself. But the story of Daedalus and Icarus isn't all about royal lineage and inventive genius. Dark clouds were gathering over their lives, an act of jealousy led to a tragic murder, and Daedalus was condemned. Forced to flee, he found refuge in Crete, only to become a prisoner in his own creation, the labyrinth, along with his son Icarus. However, their story takes a dark turn when they become prisoners in their own creation. Trapped within their own creation, Daedalus and Icarus sought a daring escape. It was in the heart of the labyrinth, a maze of Daedalus's own design, where father and son found themselves ensnared. Their sole company was the monstrous Minotaur, a grotesque reminder of King Minos's wrath and the dire consequences of Daedalus's past actions. In this grim predicament, Daedalus, known for his inventive genius, was not one to surrender to despair. Instead, he channeled his energy into conceiving an audacious plan for freedom. The sea, patrolled by the vigilant Minoan fleet, provided no viable route for escape. But where others saw only the sky's vast expanse as a daunting obstacle, Daedalus saw it as a realm of limitless possibilities. With meticulous precision and unwavering determination, Daedalus embarked on crafting the instruments of their salvation, a pair of large wings for himself and his son. Fashioned from wicker twigs and cloth, these wings were held together by wax, a testament to the ingenuity of their creator. The wings were not merely artifacts of escape, they were symbols of hope, of defiance against their oppressive circumstances. As he fastened the wings upon their shoulders, Daedalus turned to Icarus with a solemn expression. His instructions were clear and unequivocal. "Fly not too high," he warned, "lest the sun's scorching rays melt the wax. Fly not too low, for the sea's dampness might weigh down your wings." It was a delicate balance that Icarus needed to maintain, a task that required discipline and restraint. With a deep breath, they took off, their wings beating against the cool air as they ascended towards freedom. For a moment, it seemed as if they had outsmarted fate itself. But alas, the intoxicating allure of flight proved too overwhelming for young Icarus. As they soared across the azure skies, Icarus, in his youthful enthusiasm, began to ascend higher and higher, drawn towards the radiant sun. Despite his father's warnings, Icarus's youthful enthusiasm led him to fly too high. His disobedience would prove costly, a tragic miscalculation that would seal his fate and etch his name in the annals of tragic Greek mythology. Icarus, overtaken by the exhilaration of flight, ignored his father's advice. The sun was shining brightly, casting long shadows on the ground. The sea was glimmering, a vast expanse of blue beneath the clear skies. It's in this setting that the tragedy of Icarus unfolded. The young man, filled with the joy of flying, soared higher and higher, blissfully unaware of the danger he was courting. The freedom of flight, the cool wind against his face, the sight of the world shrinking beneath him. It was intoxicating. It was a feeling of power, of breaking free from the shackles of the earth. However, as he ascended closer to the sun, the wax holding his wings together started melting. His father's words of caution echoed in his mind, but it was too late. The wings that had given him the gift of flight now crumbled, sending him spiraling down into the unforgiving sea. His shouts of joy turned into screams of fear as he plunged into the icy waters, his dreams of flight extinguished as quickly as they had ignited. His body was later found by none other than the mighty Hercules, washed up on the shores of a lonely island. It was a tragic end to a life that had dared to dream, to push the boundaries of what was humanly possible. In honor of his daring spirit, the sea where he met his end was named the Icarian Sea, and the island where his body was found was called Icaria. The tragic tale of Icarus is not just about a young man's hubris, but also a tale of human ambition and the desire to break free from limitations. It's a story that resonates with us even today, reminding us of the dangers of overreaching, of ignoring wisdom in the pursuit of our desires. Icarus's fall from the sky serves as a stark warning, a poignant reminder of the delicate balance between ambition and heedlessness. The tragic tale of Icarus serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of hubris. But beyond the cautionary tale, could there be a seed of ancient technology hidden in this myth? Let's delve a little deeper and question the possibility of Daedalus, the brilliant inventor, having created some form of rudimentary flying machine. Now this might seem like an outlandish proposition, after all the concept of human flight has only materialized in the last couple of centuries. But let's not forget, Daedalus was a master craftsman, an architect of repute, and an inventor par excellence. If we take into account the technological advancements of our recent history, it's not entirely inconceivable that Daedalus could have engineered a device enabling human flight, however primitive it might have been. Let's consider this. The story of Daedalus and Icarus describes the wings they used to escape Crete. Wicker twigs, pieces of cloth, and wax were the materials mentioned in the myth. Could these not be metaphorical descriptions of actual materials used in constructing a flight device? Perhaps they used lightweight, flexible materials available at the time, much like how the Wright brothers used spruce wood and muslin cloth for their first airplane. Furthermore, it's important to remember that people often describe unfamiliar technology using terms they are familiar with. If Daedalus did create a flying machine, it would have been a technological marvel, something utterly alien to the contemporary society. The myth could then be an attempt to explain this extraordinary technology in a language the people of the time could understand. Moreover, the myth could also be interpreted as an allegory for human ingenuity and innovation. The desire to break free, to transcend human limitations, has been a driving force behind many of our greatest technological advancements. Daedalus, with his inventive mind, embodies this spirit of innovation. Whether a tale of hubris or a hint at ancient flight, the story of Daedalus and Icarus continues to captivate us centuries later. It's a testament to our enduring fascination with the mysteries of the past and the limitless potential of human imagination.
Caught in the thrill of the game? Dive deeper with us. Hit subscribe to be the first to catch our latest content. To our loyal subscribers, your support is invaluable. Your engagement, likes, comments, shares, propels us to push the boundaries. So immerse yourself, engage, and inspire us to continually evolve. Thank you for being part of our journey.